Hello, welcome to Mr. B's Ukulele channel. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy watching.
Hello, this is my tutorial for Sweet Caroline, Neil Diamond's 1969 hit, which doesn't need any introduction at all and is very, very popular at the moment among sporting fans, especially in this country. So I'm going to go straight into it. It's not a difficult piece. I have put it at level 4 in my difficulty chart, mainly because there's a B minor that you just have to catch quickly at one point. That's really the only challenging part of the song, and it's not that hard to do. So it's not a particularly difficult one. There's about 6 different chords, 2 different strumming patterns just to add a bit of variety to the strumming. And that's it really. It's just a great song, really fun song to sing and play together. So I hope you really enjoy this. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to have a look at the chords, we'll look at the strumming, we'll look at the layout, and I'll give you a bit of a walkthrough. And then I've done a bit of a multi-instrumental sing-along for this one on this occasion. So I'll do a demo by way of doing a clip from that at the end of the video so you can see what's coming with that song video as well. And a big thank you to Ukulele George for once more supporting the channel and providing some amazing accordion playing all the way from North Carolina. So let's start with the chords. And there were 6 chords to play the whole song, so it's really not that difficult. The piece starts on a D and a D7 by way of an introduction. So we've got a D. Let's just do some single down strums to begin with on a D. So that is our second finger on the 2nd fret, and we do a semi-bar across the G, C and the E strings there. So 3 strings covered on the top of the 2nd fret there. Just make sure you don't catch the A string, otherwise it changes the chord there. So that's our D string, D chord, sorry. And then we can add our 3rd finger, so keep your 2nd finger in the same place, add our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret on the A string, which would be your C chord position, and that turns the D into a D7. Okay, so that's our first 2 chords, the D and the D7, nice and easy. We've also got a G, so it's in G, so we use the G a lot. We've got for the G, we've got our 1st finger on the 2nd fret there on the bottom on the A string, our 2nd finger also on the 2nd fret above it on the C string, and our 3rd finger at the side on the 3rd fret on the E string for the G chord there. Do you have a look at the diagram if you're not so comfortable with that one? But hopefully that's a familiar chord by now. We've also got our C chord, 3rd finger, 3rd fret, the A string there. Then we have the E minor chord. And that's our 1st finger, 2nd fret on the A string, 2nd finger on the 3rd fret on the E string, and 3rd finger on the 4th fret on the C string. And if you have a look at it, it forms a bit of a diagonal line there that I use as an easy way of remembering the pattern. So you just put your 1st finger down on that 2nd fret on the bottom string there, and then basically make a diagonal line, and it's a nice easy way to look at it and check what you're doing there for the E minor chord. And then the only really challenging one is the B minor, and that is our 1st finger on the 2nd fret there. It's like a reverse of the D chord, except instead of being at the top, it's at the bottom 3 strings, so the C, E and A strings. Then we add our 3rd finger on to the 4th fret on the top G string there. So it is a bit of a stretch. You do have to stretch that 3rd finger a little bit to play it, and you just do have to keep that nice and tight to get a good clean sound as well. So that's probably the only challenging part of the song, the B minor, and you only have to play it twice, so you don't have to worry too much about it. But I would just spend a moment to practice that one before you get into the song. Make sure you're comfortable with the B minor and how to play that. Have a good look at the diagram if you're not sure about that one. Hopefully it makes sense. Right, let's have a look at some strumming, and then we start to put the piece together. Okay, so for the strumming, if you listen to the original song that Neil Diamond sings, it does have quite a swing to it. So I've gone with the sort of swinging down, down, up, down, up. If I do it on the G chord to demonstrate, as the main verses are in G, just like this, down, down, up, down, up. And the trick is not to rush it, because it's a really beautiful slow song. It's not a fast song, this one. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Making sure we're using the nail to brush down for the down strums, and the side of our finger, the side of our index finger, to come back up on the up strums. Down, down, up, down, up. Where it began, I can't begin to know it, but then I know it's growing strong. Now Neil Diamond goes down for the strong, but it's so deep I end up losing it on the microphone because it's so low it hardly registers. So you can either sing that down, or like I do, you can put the word strong up the octave. But if you listen to Neil Diamond, he does it down. It's really nice and deep, but it's a hard note to sing. Okay, so that's just showing you how the main strumming pattern goes there. When we get to the chorus, the Sweet Caroline, it finishes with, I feel inclined to believe they never would, but now I'm... And that's where the B minor comes in. Oh, there's an A minor in there as well. I forgot all about the A minor. A minor, second fret, top string on the G there, second finger. Nice and easy, hardly worth mentioning. Probably why I didn't mention it earlier, although no, I completely forgot. So there's an A minor there as well, but the point is that bit there, that line, I feel inclined to believe they never would, but now I'm... It's a sort of short and straight line of singing there. So we did the down, down, up for that bit. And just do that line again. I'll play it so you can see how the pattern goes from the down, down, up, down, up, from the sort of swing style to the straight style. I feel inclined to believe they never would, but now I'm... Look at the night. And then we're back into the swing style for the second verse. And we just repeat that at the end of the song as well. So it's really just that line where the style changes, and you probably just want to practice that bit before you get into the song as well. Just make sure you're comfortable with that transition and that change of style there. So let's just do that a little bit slowly. So it starts D7 to the C, to the B minor, and to the A minor, and it's all on the down, down, up pattern there. D7, C, B minor, A minor. One more time. D7, C, B minor, A minor. And you're just doing a single pattern of down, down, up on each one. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then back to the G and the different strumming pattern. So do have a practice of that. That's the only real tricky bit, like I said, with the B minor there as well in the song. So that's the bit you just need to focus on practicing, and then you're probably ready to do the whole song after you've got the hang of that little bit. Okay, I'll give you a quick walk through a verse. Before we do, let's have a quick look at the layout. So I've done a really simple introduction, which is simply where it began. So it's just that D and D7 at the start there. There's a little introduction. I mean, obviously the piece has got quite a lengthy introduction, but I didn't have a full band with me, so I've just done a very, very abridged introduction there, leading into the first line of the lyrics. Then we've got verse 1, then the chorus, Sweet Caroline, then verse 2, then we repeat the chorus. Now I then basically, there's instrumental parts at the end of the, if you listen to Neil Diamond's original song, that then has a sort of instrumental break and then repeated the chorus. I've basically, after the second verse, just done the chorus 3 times. So just nice simple ending there. So it's verse, chorus, chorus, chorus. So nice and simple with a tiny introduction on the beginning. And then if you listen to Neil Diamond sing it, sometimes the song just fades away, repeating the chorus. Other times he finishes with Sweet Caroline. It doesn't quite pitch it quite like that, but that suits the chords that we're playing. So I've taken that ending that he does in some of his performances of it. He's done it so many times and for so long, there was inevitably a bit of variety in how Neil Diamond performs it. So I've chosen what I felt suited the ukulele for my cover of it. So that's it. Let's do a quick walkthrough. I'll give you a walkthrough of a verse and part of the chorus, and then I'll give you a quick demo by way of a clip from the sing-along video that I've done with a few different instruments to hopefully make this great song come to life. Okay, so it starts, like I said, on the D, and we're on the down, down, up, down, up pattern for most of it. So we're starting with that on the D to the D7, and that's our introduction, and then the G, where it began, then we go to the C. I can't begin to knowing, and we're doing each strumming pattern, so the strumming pattern twice on each chord at this stage. But then I know it's going strong. That's from the G to the D7 there. Then back to the G. Was in the spring to the C, and spring became a summer. G again. Who'd have believed you'd come along on the D7. Now to the G again, hands to the E minor, touching hands to the D7, reaching out to the C, touching me to the D7, touching you, back to the G for Sweet Caroline, Sweet Caroline, C line, so it changes to the C mid-Caroline, so it goes Sweet Caroline on the C on line. Good times never seem so good on the D7 there. Back to the G. I feel inclined on the C there. With again a split chord change and splitting the word inclined. I feel inclined to believe they never. This is where we do the down, down, up strum pattern that we did. Word on the D7, C, B minor, A minor. I feel inclined to believe they never would, but now I'm back to the G. Look at the night, and we're into the second verse, and that's very much how the song works. As I said at the end, I just do a final Sweet Caroline at the very end of the song, and that's pretty much it now. So it's a really nice straightforward song to sing, only really that tiny bit in the middle with the change of the strumming pattern that's a little bit fiddly to get your head around, but it's a really fun song, very popular of course at the moment. So I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope you enjoy learning this great song, and have fun with that. Thanks for watching. Look at the night, and it don't seem so lonely. Fill it up with only two. And when I hurt, hurting runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when holding you? Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good.